Hello everyone. I hope all of y'all are in good health. I am Nikita Patel and I welcome you to today's session on macrolide antibiotics. Macrolides are a group of antibiotics derived from various strains of Streptomyces, which is a type of soil-borne bacteria. They are a class of antibiotics consisting of a macrocyclic lactone ring that is attached to deoxy sugars. Macrolides are primarily bacteriostatic in nature but may be bactericidal at high concentrations or depending on the type of microorganism. They act by inhibiting protein synthesis, thereby inhibiting the growth of bacteria. Every macrolide molecule consists of three characteristic parts. First is the macrocyclic lactone ring, which usually consists of 14 to 16 carbon atoms. Attached to this lactone ring are two deoxy sugars with a glycosidic bond. They also contain multiple ketone and hydroxyl groups. Now, let us look at the classification of macrolide antibiotics. Like we saw in the previous slide, most macrolides consist of 14 to 16 carbon atoms. So, they are classified depending on the number of carbon atoms, which are further divided into natural or semisynthetic types. Erythromycin is an example of a 14-membered naturally occurring macrolide, whereas clarithromycin and azithromycin are its semisynthetic derivatives. Other examples are pyramycin and tilmicocin. Coming to azithromycin, if you have a look at its structure, you will notice that a nitrogen atom has been introduced to expand its 14-membered precursor, which is erythromycin. Because of this reason, azithromycin has a broad spectrum of activity compared to erythromycin and clarithromycin. It shows enhanced activity against gram-negative bacteria, and its strongest activity is against Mycoplasma pneumoniae. Moving on to the pharmacokinetics or ADME of the molecule. Azithromycin is absorbed from the gastrointestinal tract. Bioavailability of azithromycin is 37% following oral administration. Absorption is generally not affected by food. After oral administration, azithromycin is widely distributed in the tissues. The lung, tonsils, and prostate are organs which have shown a high rate of azithromycin uptake. It achieves a peak concentration within 2 to 3 hours of administration. Azithromycin is metabolized via liver and it undergoes biliary elimination primarily as unchanged drug. Over the course of a week, about 6% of the administered dose appears as unchanged drug in urine. Let us now understand the mechanism of action of azithromycin. Azithromycin is a protein synthesis inhibitor. So what it does is, it reversibly binds to 50S ribosomal subunit. As a result, they block the ability of the ribosome to synthesize the polypeptide chain which is required for protein synthesis. This, in turn, results in inhibition of growth and multiplication of bacteria. Coming to the intracellular activity of azithromycin. You all must have heard of phagocytes. The major function of phagocytes is to protect the body by ingesting the harmful foreign particles such as bacteria by the process called phagocytosis. The interaction of azithromycin with phagocytes is of major importance for therapeutic efficacy. Let us see how. When azithromycin is administered in a body with infection, the drug accumulates in the phagocytes and modifies some cellular functions. These modifications lead to enhancement of phagocytosis and modulation of cytokine production, which in turn efficiently removes all the cellular pathogens. By now, we know that azithromycin has a broad spectrum of activity. It is effective against gram-positive bacteria like S. pneumoniae, S. pyogenes, Staphylococci, Bacillus anthracis, Clostridium tetani. It shows enhanced activity against gram-negative bacteria like N. gonorrhoeae, M. catarrhalis, Salmonella species, and H. influenzae. Azithromycin also acts against atypical bacteria, which are bacteria that do not color with gram staining but rather remain colorless. Examples of such bacteria are Chlamydia species, Mycoplasma species, and Legionella. Let us now look at the dose of azithromycin in various indications. So, in pedia, azithromycin can be given to children above 6 months of age. For acute and recurrent respiratory tract infections, the dose is 10 mg per kg per day for 3 days. For MDR typhoid, the dose is 20 mg per kg per day for 7 days. For quinolone-resistant typhoid, the dose is 10 mg per kg per day for 7 days. And for streptococcal pharyngitis, the dose is 12.5 mg per kg per day for 5 days. In adults, the dose for pelvic inflammatory disease is 1 gram for 7 days. For upper respiratory tract infections like pharyngitis, tonsillitis, and community-acquired pneumonia, the dose is 500 mg for first day and then 250 mg once daily for 2 to 5 days. For sinusitis and COPD, the dose is 500 mg once daily for 3 days. Let us look at the benefits of azithromycin over other macrolides. When you compare the macrolides on basis of absorption, erythromycin shows a poor absorption, whereas clarithromycin and azithromycin both show rapid absorption. Plasma half-life is 2 hours and 6 hours for erythromycin and clarithromycin respectively, but azithromycin shows a prolonged half-life of 11 to 14 hours. Erythromycin shows activity only against gram-positive bacteria. Clarithromycin shows activity against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, whereas azithromycin is active against gram-positive, gram-negative as well as atypical bacteria. If you look at the stability, erythromycin is unstable in the gastric acid, whereas clarithromycin and azithromycin are acid stable. Another important parameter is the dose. While erythromycin has to be administered every 6 hours, that is 4 times a day, clarithromycin has to be taken 2 times a day. Azithromycin is the only macrolide which gives the convenience of once daily dose. So, summarizing the USPs of azithromycin, it has a better gastric tolerability, fewer drug interactions, it gives once daily dosage convenience, and it has various advantages over other macrolides like erythromycin and clarithromycin. We all are aware about the current pandemic situation. Currently, there are no vaccines available for fighting coronavirus. Scientists all around the world are working day and night to find a treatment option as well as to develop a vaccine against the virus at the earliest. There are a couple of studies which mention that a combination of azithromycin and hydroxychloroquine cures the coronavirus patients. Before understanding the role of azithromycin in COVID-19, let us understand what a superinfection is. When an infection occurs after or on top of an earlier infection, it is called superinfection. As per an article by IDSA, around 20% of COVID-19 patients developed superinfection while undergoing treatment. Out of these patients, around 75% lost their lives because of superinfection. Most of these superinfections were of the bacterial type. So, when azithromycin is added in the therapy, it fights against the bacterial superinfections that may occur in the COVID-19 patients. The Government of India Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and Directorate General of Health Services have given us a revised guidelines on clinical management of COVID-19. What these guidelines say is that hydroxychloroquine should be given in combination with azithromycin 500 mg once daily for 5 days for the treatment of COVID-19. Moving on to the marketing insights of our azithromycin brand, that is Azivent. Let us first analyze the azithromycin market. So, the total azithromycin oral market is valued at 843.74 crores, and the majority, that is 78% of the market, constitutes of oral solids, and the remaining 22% is oral liquids. The solids market is valued at 657.33 crores and liquids market is valued at 186.41 crores. Let us now have a look at some of the top brands in the azithromycin market. So, for solids, the market is dominated by two brands, Azithral by Alembic and Azi by Cipla. Together, they occupy around 46% of the market share. ATM by Indoco is showing the fastest growth of 48.74%. Azivent ranks at number 14 in the solids market with a value of 9.47 crores, market share of 1.44%, and is growing enormously at 36.96%. Coming to liquids, the top three brands are same as that in solids. The market is dominated by Azithral of Alembic, which is valued at 71 crores with a market share of 38%. Azi by Cipla is valued at 19.83 crores with a growth of 11.07% and a market share of 10.64%. Even in the liquid markets, the brand with fastest growth is ATM by Indoco. Azivent ranks at number 9 in the liquids market with a value of 4.59 crores, market share of 2.46%, and is growing at 21.12%. Now, in order to achieve the goals and objectives, it is important to keep evaluating the brand performance. For the period October 19 to March 20, Azivent has accomplished a sales of 7.93 crores with 114.2% achievement, 27.8% growth, and a PMR of 18,000. Let us now look at the marketing mix for Azivent, beginning with segmentation and targeting. All the doctors who prescribe oral azithromycin, that is either solids, liquids, or both, will be our target specialties. These will include pediatricians, ENT specialists, chest physicians, gynecologists, GPs and CPs. Coming to the specialty-wise target indication for Azivent. For pedia, the target indication would be acute and recurrent respiratory tract infections and enteric fever. For general physicians and chest physicians, the target indication would be chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD, acute and recurrent respiratory tract infections such as sinusitis, pharyngitis, tonsillitis. For ENT specialist, the target indication focus is PSD, which stands for pharyngitis, sinusitis, and tonsillitis. For gynecologist, the target indication is PID, also known as pelvic inflammatory disease. For Azivent XL, we will target the GPs, physicians, and pedias, and the indication would be respiratory tract infections in higher body weight children, acute pharyngitis, and typhoid fever. Now, let us revise the positioning statement for each specialty. For pedia and gyne, the positioning statement is a shortcut that works as it gives the advantage of once daily dosing. For chest physicians, and GPs, the positioning statement is improves outcomes in COPD as azithromycin reduces the exacerbations of COPD. For ENT specialists, the positioning statement is a sure shot therapy that works as it provides a sure shot relief in pharyngitis, sinusitis, and tonsillitis. For Azivent XL, the positioning statement is a size that works as it is a specially engineered pack for higher body weight children. One of the important aspects of marketing is building a strong relationship with our customers, that is the doctors. And a good relationship begins with a good communication, which in turn helps us in specialty development. So, for Pedia, we need to establish Azivent XL as a pack for children with higher body weight and typhoid fever. We also need to communicate about the delicious new flavor, which is a blend of peppermint, raspberry, and mixed fruit. For chest physicians, GPs and CPs, we need to communicate that Azivent reduces exacerbations in COPD patients. At this moment, our focus should be on WhatsApp communication to keep the doctors updated about any recent studies on azithromycin for COVID-19 treatment. I would like to quickly highlight some of the key points in our visual aid communication for Azivent. Our communication for GP, CP and physicians has been for reducing exacerbations in COPD, add Azivent. When azithromycin is given as a prophylactic therapy in COPD, it reduces the exacerbations by 25% and extends the time between two exacerbations by 90 days. In acute and recurrent respiratory tract infections in children, we have Azivent suspension. We have to communicate that it is a drug of choice in enteric fever. For children with higher body weight, we also have a bigger pack to fight infections, which is Azivent XL suspension. This pack can be prescribed for children suffering from typhoid fever. In adults suffering from PST, which stands for pharyngitis, sinusitis and tonsillitis, we have Azivent 250 and 500 mg tablets. These come with lesser side effects and are also cost effective. For the successful management of pelvic inflammatory disease, we have azithromycin 500 mg tablets.